you going to begin then?
You normally host them.
I know, I do. I just wanted to see what you do if I said that. Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel. My name is RateWrestle, that is DP, and this is the Indie-Stravaganza, and it's the third episode. Who knew we would care this much at this point? Is it the fourth?
It's the fourth.
Is it the fourth?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's the third.
August, September, October.
What? Did we not do the game on the first one? That's probably what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fourth one, then fair enough. So this is the third one that actually counts. How are you doing, DP?
Yeah, not too bad. The Dynamic Duo are back once again for the Stravaganza. You know, the real ones of HW.
And DP has watched triple the amount of shows as usual than me because I talk a big game and then I get bored and don't watch anything.
Yeah, so I've got 13 shows.
Yeah, I've got 5. So we've decided from the start that because DP's watched 111 matches and I've watched 36, we're going to times my points by 3, his points by 3. So it'll work out even because I'm winning. I think I'm winning. Did I win both of these?
You did, yeah.
At least I'm winning something.
Yeah, like the first one was like a fair margin, and the second one was like quite closer.
Yeah, whereas this one you're probably going to win. I can't be asked to talk anymore. Anyway, let's begin this absolute shambles. Did you watch anything from the UK?
I did this time, so you can't regret me this time.
You can go first for once, then. It's always me that goes first, but you can go first on the.
Oh well, hey.
Telling me what you watch.
I only have the one show in the UK, so
yeah.
There's a very slight improvement from what I usually have. So I had from where is it on? There it is. November 10th. This is Purpose Wrestling. I hate to say I told you so.
Would you say it?
So he kicked off with Will Caven and Harry Milligan, which is Harry Chapman, for those who are unaware, who he changed his name.
2 3/4 stars.
I rated it 3 stars.
Wonderful.
After that, we went to a 6-person tag. We had Artemis and Karen Brigante and Joshua James taking on Ronnie Knox, Jay Alexander, and JJ Lynch.
3 1/4.
3 again. We had a number 1 contenders match for the world title. We had Amira taking on Maya Matthews, taking on Sapphire Reed.
2 3/4.
3.5.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it, to be fair.
Yeah.
More than I thought I would.
I'd be surprised that you rated it highly.
In a British rules match, James Farrell against Jordan Breaks.
3.5.
3/4. In a singles match, David Francisco against Riley the NBF.
3.
Yeah.
So.
It's not energetic this time, is it?
No.
And your main event was for the Purpose Wrestling Championship. Champion Nino Bryant defended against Michael Oku.
4 1/4.
Yeah.
So.
And that brought an end to Purpose Wrestling. It was quite a short card, as they normally are.
Yeah. They had purpose. They showed purpose. And it was over with. We'll move on to my British wrestling company. As usual, it's Rise because I watch them every time, it seems. So let me get the ratings up because I'm via my actual website. So the first matchup was Heidi Katrina versus Twat.
Who, sorry?
I can't remember how his name is on the game. It's T.W.A.T.
Oh, okay, fine.
It means something, but it's just Twat.
Okay, fair enough. 2.5.
half a star.
Wow.
Next up, we had Big Effin' Joe versus Brett Semtex.
Let's go with 3.
2 3/4.
Ah, close.
Next up after that, we had Lou Nixon versus Michael Caden.
Let's go with 2.5.
Let's go with 2.5.
Yeah.
You got 2.5.
Hey.
There you go. You're winning. And the main event, because it was a 4-match card, British top team, Brett Semtex and Lou Nixon versus Deathmatch Outlaws, Big Fucking Joe and Michael Caden.
Okay, so we're reusing talent today. Okay. 3 stars.
3 1/4. Oh.
Not
It was a
too bad.
no ring. It was called No Ring, No Rules. By the way, I kind of didn't give the name of the show.
Oh, cool.
It was basically in a bar
That's fair enough. So literally, I'm assuming there's no ring.
and no rules.
Yeah.
There wasn't a ref. The
What?
fans were the ref.
That sounds amazing.
Mate, you're right, yeah.
Uh,
So Britain's done.
Britain's done.
We will move on. Normally we go to Hop On.
yes, I have one show.
I have one show in Hop On.
Okay.
So you begin.
I'll begin. So this is for November 18th. This was Stardom's Gold Rush for this year.
Okay.
Obviously. So we kick things off with the Moneyball Tournament's semi-final match. We had Team of Stars, which was Hanan, Hazuki, and Saya Ida, taking on Team of God's Eyes, which is Ami Sarai, Konami, and Hanako.
3 1/4.
2 3/4.
Yeah, it's a women's match, fair enough.
And in the other semi-final match for the Moneyball tournament, with the team of Oedo Tai, which was Momo Watanabe, Natsuko Tora, and Uruaka, taking on the team of Donna Del Mundo, which was Julia, Mai Sakurai, and Fekla.
I didn't realise the flipping Mayo. Is Mayo Ematani gone heel?
No. That was Momo Watanabe.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Someone else.
3 stars.
Yes.
Wonderful. 3-3. Wonderful.
For the High Speed Championship, we had Mei Sarah, the champion, taking on Momoko Hanazono.
2 3/4.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had
get a lead.
we had a triple threat match. AZM or Azumi against Starlight Kid and Suzu Suzuki.
3 1/2.
3 3/4. We had a mixed martial arts UWF rules match. We had Shiori against the Scandinavian Hurricane, who is otherwise known as Alice Inc.
See, that sounds like a good match, but the UWA, the kind of matches are ass at the same time sometimes. 3 stars.
4.
Okay, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's good.
Yeah, very good match. Like I said, that match type does have its own risks involved with it, but I really enjoyed it.
That's very good.
We move on to the Wonder of Stardom Championship. We had the champion Mirai defending against Saori Anu.
4.
1 1/4. And then we had the finals of the Moneyball tournament for the main event, which was also for the Artists of Stardom Championships, which are their trios titles. So we had the team of Donna Del Mundo, which was Julia, Maya Sakurai, and Fekla, against the team of Stars, which was Hanan, Hazuki, and Saya Ida.
3 3/4.
3.
Wow, you hated that.
It wasn't as good as the match before, right?
Fair enough. Was that the main event?
That was the main event, yeah.
Wonderful. So, scores on the doors, it's 4-3 to me.
Yeah.
But, like, you could get one right and then it's suddenly 6-4, which is... It works out technically, it just looks sad every time I do it.
Yeah, it's just 'cause
so my
I'm
show...
gonna have like 10 more shows to go through, so...
Yeah, so I'll get me out to pick up. My show is Gato Move Rivals.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're back to Emi Sakura's troop of people, even though she isn't there. And it's the first time I've watched them since they've gone back to actually being in a ring. I used to watch the good old apartment wrestling. So we had a tag team match, which was Hagane Shinoa and Koyori Yona Yana. They're flipping Fukuden Death.
Yeah.
versus Antonio Honda and Tokiko Kirihara. Good God.
Sorry. 2 quarters.
Correct?
Yeah.
Then we had Hiragi Kurumi and Sayaka Obihiro versus Saki and Yuko Sakura. Sakurai, I think it would be.
3.
3 1/4.
Oh.
We then had Chon Shiru, Harashima, and Tamura versus Dr. Gore, Hajima, and Munetatsu Nakamura. I'm going to go with that.
Let's go with 3.
1 1/4.
Ah.
Then we had Makoto versus Sayaka.
Let's go 3.5.
2 3/4.
Oh, okay.
And then we had Best Bros, Mai Segura and Bayanaki versus the Kalamari Drunk Kings, Christopher Brooks. I'm going with his full name there, and Masahiro Takanashi.
See, that sounds like a very good match, but I don't know if you would have enjoyed it. I'll go with 3 3/4.
4.
Ah, you did enjoy it there, at least. That's good.
Yes, I did enjoy it. I love Chris Brooks for a start, and I love the Best Bros. And
yeah, I know.
It's
just Bayanaki who tends to be that divisive factor in matches like that.
Yeah. So that's the end of Hapon. You are 6-4 in the lead. We didn't explain this at the start of the thing, but I guess people know what's going on right now. Just a quick summarise. We guess each other's matches. DPs are worth 3 if he guesses mine because he watches more wrestling and it's not fair for him if I give him 1 point. Do you have anything outside of America?
I have 2 Canadian shows,
Okay.
but does that count?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So we'll do Canada.
Mhm.
You got any like Mexicans or anything, or is it then America?
Doesn't matter.
So we'll do your 2 Canadians, then I'll do an American, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, there's already a review out for this, but I thought I'd include it because, it's just star ratings anyway.
I haven't watched it, so I won't know what the star ratings are, just to help.
Fair enough. So this is Barry Wrestling 9 Lives, which is the 9th anniversary show.
Let me just watch the video.
There was a video out that I did with their ring announcer Tyler. Also counting out podcast with Mark and Tyler. Go check them out as well at some point if you get a chance. But the match, the show itself, started off with Vaughn Vertigo, alumni of our interviews, and Vanna Black.
3 1/4.
Yes.
Yep, I watched that show now.
Then we had a 6-man tag. Australian Takeover, Julian Ward and Kaz Jordan teaming up with Jax Williams to take on Ali, Holden Albright, and Isaiah Prince.
Holden Albright's pretty good. I don't know the rest of them. I'm going to go 2 3/4.
3. Close. Then we had Clay Wilson against Boris Krobos.
2 1/2.
2 3/4. We move on to the 400 North Tag Team Championships. The team of Triple Dragon champions defending, that's Puff and Pretty Ricky, taking on Anthony Musso and Grizzly Mac.
2 3/4.
3 1/4.
Good grief.
With the unofficial number 1 contenders match between Van Landen and Rajan Husher for the Free Pistol Championship. Number 1 contendership for that title, I mean.
3.
3 1/4. Then we had the actual title match. We had the Free Pistol Championship match between Myung Jae Lee, champion, and challenger Stratosphere.
3 3/4.
Yes.
Yes.
And then there was the main event between Carver and Jesse V, which I didn't rate because it was like 12 seconds long. But if you watched the review,
0.
if you watched the review of Tyler, he said 100 stars. So
0.
do with that as you will.
0.
That's not correct.
0.
That was the main event for Barry Wrestling, though. So moving on to my other Canadian show. It was C4, 16 Candles, which is their 60th anniversary show. So we kick things off with the C4 Tag Team Championships. So Triple Dragon, Papa Pretty Ricky defending against the Sexy Beasts, Bob Anger and Sexy Eddie.
Sexy Eddie, the CZW Sexy Eddie, is he? That can't be the same sexy, is it?
I mean, it did look right. Like, he looked like the right sort of age for it, so possibly.
Okay, you just look like an older guy. I'm going to research that afterwards. Free.
Yes.
So...
we had a fatal four-way. So we had Lufisto, Cecil Nix, Kristara, and Hayley Dillon.
Might as well look at their names. Lufisto... 2 3/4.
2 2/4. 2 2/4, sorry.
Wow. They had women in it.
I mean, Cecil's a man. We had Evil Uno taking on Akira.
3 1/4.
3.5.
Yeah, it is sexy Eddie. It's the Sexy Eddie, I know, yeah.
The same one, okay.
Yeah.
For the C4 Underground Championship, champion Alexia Nicole defends against Jodie Fresh.
3 1/4.
4.
Ooh.
Very good match. We have a six-man tag next. Benjamin Toll, Frankie the Mobster, and Mateo Senjak against McCray Martin and the main event, which is Jay Lyon and Midas Black.
I'm going to go 3 1/4 again.
3. We have a triple threat. We have Marcus Mathers taking on Warhorse and Stu Grayson.
3 1/2.
Yes.
So...
we had a singles match. Gabriel Fuerza taking on Calvin Tankman.
2 3/4.
3 1/4.
No.
Ending was a little bit, but the rest of the time. We have a #1 contendership 6-man match for the C4 title. We had James Stone, Brent Banks, Vaughn Vertigo, Sheldon Jean, Myung Jae Lee, and London Lightning.
3 1/4.
3.5.
Ooh.
And your main event was for the C4 Championship in a no DQ, no countout match between champion Kevin Blackwood and challenger Junior Benito.
4.
4.5. Fucking amazing. I love that main event.
Yeah, I don't know much about the first guy, but Kieran Blackwood's amazing wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really fucking good.
So that is the end of Canada. So we'll do one of my Americans before we let you do a few in a row. We're going with St. Louis Anarchy. Canvas of Dreams. You having a stroke?
So no, I was just counting my American ones. I have 9 American shows.
Yeah, and I've got 3, so yeah, you just do 3 in a row each time, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Canvas of Dreams. We start off with Zach Sawyer versus Anakin Murphy.
So what's company, sorry?
St. Louis Anarchy. I've already said it. Listen in the recording.
Oh, sorry, fine, okay.
Wow.
Hello,
Frozzy.
I edit the stuff, that's why.
Anyway, yeah, let's Zach Sawyer versus Anakin Murphy, you fucking scrub.
Sorry. 3 stars.
3 1/4.
Yeah, close.
Craig Mitchell versus Mag Dog Connolly.
2.5.
3.
Yeah.
Billy McNeil, Shazza McKenzie, and Victor Analog versus Brogan Finley and Country Air, which is Doc Sinems and Zach Hendricks.
2 3/4.
3 1/4. Raheem Della Suede versus Mike Outlaw.
2 3/4 again.
3.
Damn it.
Davey Vega versus Christian Rose versus Adrian Surge.
3.
2.5.
For fuck's sake.
AC Carrington and Moonshine Mantel versus Camaro Jackson and Warhorse.
3.
2 3/4.
Fuck's sake.
Billy Starks versus Maddie Monarch, I think it's pronounced probably.
I'll go 3 1/4.
3.
Fuck's sake.
Aaron Williams versus Laney Luck.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Would be the right answer if it was. No, it is right. No,
Oh,
it is.
is.
Eric Neal versus the one called Manders.
3 1/4.
2 1/4.
2
And
1/4.
finally, yes.
Oh wow.
And finally, Masato Tanaka versus Gary J.
There's no way you went low on this. You love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
4 1/4.
4.5.
Damn it! Right. So this goes into my American section. Here we go. So this is for November 3rd. This is GCW's Please Buddy. GCW is just one I happen to find quite easily, which is why I go with GCW normally, which is why you normally see me covering it.
Don't need to explain it to me.
I'm saying for the sake of the video.
I am the video.
Okay, things off with a match for the world title. Blake Christian defended against Warhorse.
3 1/4.
Yes.
So it's 9-9, boys.
Triple threat match. We had Jordan Oliver against Alec Price against Man Like Doris.
0-1, 2-1. When I say 0-1, you say 2-1, 0-1.
2-1.
2 3/4.
3.5.
Oh, you enjoyed it. Good.
I did, yeah. We had a tag match. So we had Bang and Matthews, which is August Matthews and Dave Bang, against the Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabriel Kidd and Alex Coughlin.
2.5.
3.25.
It was an 8-minute match. You really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I can't say that. Really. Yeah.
8 minutes.
I know. So singles match, Shazza McKenzie against Maki Ito.
So this is where it's an 8-minute match, but there's women in it. 2 3/4.
3. Mike Bailey against Gringo Loco.
3.5.
4.
Ooh.
We had a tag match now. Violence is Forever. Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo against Bussy, Effie and Ali Catch.
3 1/4.
3.
You're wrong.
We had the singles match. We had Santana Jackson against Dan the Dad.
2.5.
3.5.
Good grief. Did you?
1, 2, 3, 4. We had a 6-man scramble match. So we had KLD, Braden Toon, Bobby Flarko, Adrian Alanis, Jeffrey John, and Tony Deppen.
3.
2 3/4. We had Masha Slamovich against Joey Janela.
3.5.
3 3/4. We had a tag match. We had Charlie Evans and Everett Connors against Deathmatch Royalty, which is Matt Cardona and Steph Delander.
3.
3 1/4.
Okay.
And your main event was Jimmy Lloyd and Los Maquizos, Cyclope and Miedo Extremo against the Second Gear Rejects, which is one called Manders, John Wayne Murdoch, and Mance Warner.
3.5.
2 1/4.
Nah.
Just didn't connect me with what's with that match. It was just very slow for me.
Probably also because there was 25 matches before that match.
Yeah. It's not what I needed at the end, really.
Long card, that is.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matches.
Yeah. This is like that progression I went to back in like September. It was like ridiculous amount of matches on that card.
Anything above 8 matches, I question if I'm going to watch it anyway.
Yeah. Moving on though to November 4th, so the very next day. Dai Kaiju Pro, Volume 1, The Kappa's Walk Among Us. This was a themed show, so it was very much like Kappas are like otherworldly like monsters, beings, whatever. So people are dressed up as monsters throughout the show, trying to take out wrestlers and take over the company and vis-a-vis the world. But we kick things off with a match for the SPW Singapore Championship. So champion Shivam taking on Brad Hollister.
2.5.
3. We had our first match of the Kappas. So we had Rex Lawless taking on Kappa Jungle.
2.5.
2 3/4.
4-minute match.
Chandler Thomas and Teddy Goods against the Batiri, which is Kadama and Obarion.
3.
3 1/4. We had a singles match. We had Mortar against Ichiban.
2 3/4.
3 1/2.
Good grief.
We had Cruel against O'Shea Edwards.
2.5.
3 1/2. We had the next of the Kappa matches. We had Balian Aki against Kappa Samurai.
3.5, judging by it was double the length.
2 1/4.
What the fuck?
Like I said, Balian Aki is very divisive, and he was the reason the match wasn't that good.
Wow.
I mean, so saying that, Samurai wasn't that good either. It was just very much a lot of, I'm going to cut you with a sword, and it just never happened. Sorry, moving on. Singles match, TJ Crawford against Massimo Pesca.
3.
Yes.
2.
Sue. We had Nolo Kitano taking on Bobby Orlando.
3 1/4.
2 3/4. We had Landon Hale taking on Monomoth.
2 3/4.
3. We had the final of the matches of Kappas. We had the main event, Jay Leon and Midas Black taking on Kappa Jr. and Kappa Koto. Kappa Kozo, sorry.
Mantis Black in the corner as well.
That's
Just don't
right.
forget about that. 3.5.
2 3/4. And your main event was Shoko Nakajima against Veni.
-5 to I like Venny, I like Shoko Nakajima. It was just a singles match, wasn't it? As well. 3.5.
3 3/4.
Okay, good.
Yeah, very good. That was a brand new company for me. I probably will go back to it when I do Volume 2.
Yeah, I was going to say it's their only show, so it would be a brand new company. Thanks for that commentary.
No worries. So my final part of this section before you do another show is GCW again. C or no?
No.
It was just yes or no.
Was it another 11 matches? Oh, God. Continue.
It's 11 matches. We started things off with a scramble match, 6-person scramble. So we have Manat DeReese, Alec Price, Hunter Drake, Rico Gonzalez, Braden Toon, and Mr. Danger.
3 1/4.
3. We had Mike Jackson taking on Charles Mason.
2 3/4.
2 1/4.
Wow, you don't like old dudes over.
We had a 6-man tag match. So we had Young, Dumb, and Bros, which is August Matthews, Danny Bang, and Jordan Oliver, teaming up against Mackie Def Bussy, which is Ali Catch, Effie, and Mackie Ito.
3 1/4.
3. We had Tony Deppen taking on Brogan Finlay.
2.5.
2 3/4. We had Jimmy Lloyd taking on Steph Delander.
2.5.
3 1/4.
Okay.
We had the second gear crew, one called Manders and Matt Warner, taking on the Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin and Gabriel Kidd.
3.
3 3/4. We had Mike Bailey taking on Santana Jackson.
3.5.
3. We had Blake Christian defending the world title against Tank.
2.5.
Yes. Fuck, you know. We had Masha Slamovich against Gringo Loco.
3.5.
Yes.
Ah!
We had the GCW Tag Team titles on the line as Los Maquizos, Ciclope and Miedo Extremo, defended against Violence Forever, Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo.
3.
3 3/4. And your main event was a hardcore match between Joe Janela and Jacob Fatu.
So judging this could either be really good or really shit because it's going 25 minutes this match. 3.5.
3 1/4.
Okay.
Wasn't a strong match, but it wasn't bad.
For 25 minutes is fucking not great.
That's my first 3 for America.
America. I've pulled into a 12-9 lead, so that means you need to at least get one in the next show.
Cool.
And we are moving to West Coast Pro Whiplash. I did watch it. I did confirm that.
Yep.
Me and DP prior to this, you watched West Coast Pro, so I didn't watch it. And I was like, did I? West Coast Pro Whiplash. So we kick off with Kevin Blackwood versus Jaya Jewel.
Oh, Jaya Jewel is. I feel like I should.
Wrestling Kevin Blackwood.
Yeah. I go 3.
2 3/4.
Damn it.
Rachel Ellering versus Sandra Monroe. Monet, sorry.
Do you mean Moon?
Is it Moon?
Is it Moone?
Yeah.
It's Moon, isn't it?
I don't know. Sandra Moon, then let's go with that. Sure. Oh, it's just the E through me.
Fair enough. I'll go 2 3/4.
3. Prisoners of Society, which is Weston Blake and Steve Macklin, versus Beef Tank, which is Beef and Kelvin Tankman.
Sorry.
Beef.
3 1/4.
2 3/4.
Damn it.
Then we've got Adrian Quest and Los Versitos, which is Danny Rose and Ricky G versus South Pacific Savages, which is Jacob Fatu, Journey Fatu, and Juicy for now.
3
1/4. Brian Keith versus Alpha Zoe.
3
1/4.
sake.
Hammer Stone versus Derek Dillinger.
3.
Correct?
Yeah.
I feel like if you say the same thing, you're eventually going to get them right. Masha Slamovich versus Johnny Robbie.
That's not a 3. That's a 3 1/4.
That's a 2 1/4. 2 3/4. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Starboy Charlie versus Christopher Bay.
Oh, that sounds good actually. 3 1/2.
3.5.
Yeah.
And Chris Hero versus Timothy Thatcher.
See, now this is like the return of Chris Hero to wrestling, so this is either really good or really bad for these wrestlers.
Who's your hero?
I'll go. Okay, I'll go 3 1/4.
3 3/4.
Damn it! Okay, it was good then. Okay.
Who's your hero? Chris Hero. You've pulled away. DP, it's 15-12. You got 2
Cool.
in that round. So I need to get 3 in the next 3.
You need to get 3 in the next 3 shows, which are all quite like beefy cards.
I'm excited. The old GCW.
No.
Thank God for that.
So we have New Japan Pro Wrestling Lone Star Shootouts as part of their
That
American...
really threw me for a second.
Yeah, this is, this is the American side thing.
Yeah. I was just like, hold on.
So yeah, this is Lone Star Shootout. We kick things off with a 6-man tag. So we had Atlantis, Mascara Dorada, and Tiger Mask against Hechicero, Rocky Romero, and Ultimo Guerrero. There we go.
Who were the facing?
Fuck off.
3.
2 3/4. We had a no DQ match. So we had Joe Janela taking on Toriano.
2.5.
1.5.
God, it was bad.
It was horrible. Yeah. We had a 8-man tag. So we had the Grid of Destiny, which is Tamatonga and Tangaloa, and the Intergalactic Jet Setters, which is Kushida and Kevin Knight, taking on Bullet Club, which is Alex Coughlin, Chase Owens, Clark Connors, and Gabriel Kidd.
You watch a lot of Gabriel Kidd this week.
I really have, yeah.
2 3/4.
2.5.
God damn it.
We then had a match for the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships. The Grid of Destiny El Fantasma and Hikuleo, because they're part of that team now. I didn't know that. Defending against the West Coast Wrecking Crew, Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs.
2.5.
2.25.
God,
We then had a singles match. We had Mystico against TJP.
2 3/4.
3.
God damn it.
Sin Cara, it ain't that bad. We had a match for the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship between champion Eddie Kingston and challenger Satoshi Kojima.
3 1/4.
Yes.
So
That
need to get 2 more in the next 3 shows.
Yep. We had a tag match, Bullet Club, David Finlay and Kenta against the Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley and Wheeler Yuta.
2 3/4.
Yes.
So
We had a match for the New Japan World Television Championship. We had Zack Sabre Jr. defending against Mike Bailey.
4 3/4.
4.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
IWGP Women's Championship. Mayu Iwatani defends against Stephanie Vakir.
3.5.
3.25. And the main event was for the Never Openweight Championship. Champion Shingo Takagi defends against Trent Beretta.
3 3/4.
3.5.
Got 2 in that show. If I can keep this up to the momentum of 2 in each show, I'll be there. 15-14 to you.
Boy. So now we have JCW. Not Juggalo, that's somewhere else. This is JCW, the Quick and the Dead. This is a Jersey Championship Wrestling, which is the subset
And
of
who are they linked with?
GCW. So kick things off. This is for November 12th, sorry. And it kicked off with a tag match. Bang and Matthews, all of Matthews and Dave Bang, against Wasted Youth, Dylan McKay and Marcus Mathers.
3 1/4.
Yes.
We start off strong, boys.
We had a singles match. We had Clark Connors against Matt Mikowski.
2 3/4.
3. We had Lee Moriarty against Manlight Doris.
3 1/4.
3.
Fair enough.
We had a 6-person scramble match. We had Yo-Yo, Jimmy Lloyd, Charlie Tiger, Ellis Taylor, Griffin McCoy, and Braden Toon.
2 3/4.
2.5.
Fair enough.
We had the rejects. So John Wayne Murdoch and Reed Bentley against Bullet War Dogs, Alex Coughlin and Gabriel Kidd.
3 1/4.
2.75. We had Mike Bailey against Billy Starks.
3 1/2.
Yes.
Yeah. We're pulling in the front.
We had Janai Kai against Charles Mason.
2 3/4.
Say again, sorry?
2 3/4.
Yes.
Oh, we're pulling in front, boys.
And the main event was for the JCW Championship, which was Jordan Oliver defending against one called Manders.
One called 3 1/2.
One called 3.25. So the lesson learned here was just don't do GCW shows in the future. Okay.
30 matches.
Moving on to DPW World's Strongest for November 12th. So we kick things off with a triple threat. We had LeBron Cozone, Jake something, and Balian Aki.
Baliana Keys in there. We all know what you've just said. 3 1/4.
2.25.
Well,
Up next we had a debut. We had Sean Spears against Chris Danger.
Chris Denkops. 3 1/4.
3. He got like a really bad cut on his arm. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Did he go for Arquette?
It's literally like his arm like split open like here, like it's nasty. Moving on though, we have a 6-man tag. We had Brian Keefe, Calvin Tankman, and Masato Tanaka against Team Filthy. Jarrell Nelson, Royce Isaacs, and Tom Lawler.
3 1/2.
That would be a 3.
You suck.
I don't know what you're doing behind my window. I can just see that corner of your arm going like. For the DPW Women's World Championship, Emi Sakura defends against Masha Samovic.
4 stars.
3 3/4.
Of course, because it's women.
Very close.
Yeah.
For the DPW World's Tag Team Championships, the Workhorsemen, Anthony Emery and JD Drake defend against the Grizzled Young Veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson.
4 stars.
4 1/4.
Bollocks.
In an I Quit match, Colby Carino against Lucky Ali.
Really want to go 4 stars again. I feel like I can't do you. 3 3/4.
3 1/4.
Thank God for that.
If only I rated at 4 stars then. And the main event was for the DPW World Championship, which was between Jay Malachi, the champion, defending against Alec Price.
3 ain't enough. I'm gonna go fuck no. 4 stars.
4 1/4.
Fucking hate this guy.
That was shown by Jay Malachi. Relinquished title as well because he was announced to go to WWE to be
Okay.
part of their program thing. So cool, good for him.
Program thing.
That's
so
my 3, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How many you got left? You got 3 left after this.
I should have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay, I was just making sure because I've only got 1 left, and it would be really awkward if you had like 9 in a row now suddenly. So my last show is IWE, which I'm just going to get them on my screen, and I'll tell you more about the show.
Oh.
Intense Wrestling Entertainment, Kings of Controversy. So we're going to start off with Slim J versus White Mike.
Oh fuck, Slim J from AEW. He was horrible on AEW. 2.5.
2 3/4. It's
Okay,
also
so-
15-17 to my favour, just so you know what's going on. So
Ah,
you
thank
need
you.
to pretty much get a couple in this to.
Yeah, I need at least 2 to at least get a front.
We've got next
21,
the Reality, Chance Royce and Patrick Strong with Shuggy D versus the All-Star Special, Hold My Beer, Hanson, J2 Strong and Willie Huckabee.
Oh, fuck, I have no idea.
Hold My Beer, Hanson.
3.
And a quarter.
Fuck.
Savannah Evans versus Danny Jordan versus Emily J.
Let's go 2 3/4.
Oh, he's pulled in front.
Okay.
Billy Brash and Rob Killjoy versus the Hierarchy, Joe Black and Murder One.
3.
21.
Okay.
Oh, this ain't going well. Exotic Youth, Bryce Cannon and Zach Mosley versus the Buff and Fluff Connection, Cody Fluffman and Sean Legacy.
That's a great team name. 3 1/4.
2 3/4.
Okay.
Charlie Anarchy versus the champion Skrilla the Great. Whereas I kept calling him Skrilla the Driller, which I feel like's a better name.
It is a better
Yep.
name. Let's go with 3.
2.5.
Okay.
We've got Tim versus Chad Skywalker.
Oh, his name is just Tim.
It's like Tim. I can't. It stands for something.
Oh, okay.
I think
fine.
like you'd know his actual. I'll get his thing just in because you'll know his actual.
The Incredible Mark.
Timmy Lou Renton is his
Oh,
actual
okay.
name, but it's not Tim because that would be Tia. Either way, it's Tim Lee Renton versus
Yeah.
Chad Skywalker.
Thank you. Let's go with 3 1/4.
3. And finally, in a hardcore match, we've got Lindsay Snow. The only reason I watch this show. That wrong? Versus Kelsey Reagan.
Main event, hardcore, women, all perfect things to add in there.
Yep, especially when it's not you or you doing it, so it won't be taxed.
I don't tax them.
The women tax.
Let's go 3.5.
Is it 21-17 or is it 24-17, DP?
You tell me.
It's 21-17 and 3-1.
Damn it.
So I need to get 4 out of these 3 shows.
The pressure's on. And I'm fucking scared now because I didn't realize one of these is GCW.
Oh god.
Okay,
4
so
5 matches later.
we had Wrestling Revolver Unreal for November 16th. We kick things off with Gringo Loco against Ray Horace.
3 1/4.
3.
Bollocks.
We had Jacob Fatu against Masha Slamovich.
Don't know if that's going to be good or not. Yeah, I'm taking my time with it. 3.5. I'm going to say it was good.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You're correct.
Yes.
We had
On a show now. On a show.
We had Matthew Palmer against Paul Walter Hauser.
2.5. I have no clue.
Typical was. We had a match, a scramble match for the Revolver title. Jake Christ, the champion, defending against Rocky Romero, Chris Bay, Sonico, Alan Angels, and Damian Chambers.
3.
Typical was. We had a fatal 4-way. We had Steve Macklin, Jake Something, One Called Manders, and Slice Boogie.
3 1/4.
Say again?
It's 3 1/4.
Correct.
Oh, he needs 3 more to pick up the win.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
One a show, boys. One more show.
Mike Bailey against Brian Keith.
That's a good sounding match. 3 3/4.
4.
Ah, Ballin.
We had the Switchblades, John Moxley and Sonny Callahan against the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz.
Was this hardcore or is this literally just a tag match?
This is just a tag match, but it is Moxley Callahan, so do with that as you will.
2.5.
2 3/4. It was very hardcore-ish.
Yeah.
But it wasn't advertised as that, so. And then our main event was Athena and Billy Starks taking on Marina Shafir, and for some reason, Ronda Rousey.
3. 3.
3, you saying?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Do you want me to change it to make it a bit different?
Do you want to change it? It's up to you.
Oh, 3.
It was 3.
I got 3 in 1 show, boys. I need to get 2 in 2 shows. I'm going to get none now.
Is that to win or is that to tie?
I need 1 to tie, 2 to win.
Okay.
21-20.
So let's just skip this show. Let's go to the final show. GCW Wrestle Cade Weekend. It was called that, but it was one. I think it was 3 shows, but I could only watch one of them for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is for November 24th. We started things off with I didn't write this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 10-man tag. So we had One Called Manders, Alec Price, Chai Tiger, Cole Radrick, and Shane Mercer against Bobby Flarco, Facade, Fuego del Sol, Hunter Drake, and Sam Stackhouse.
3.
2.5.
Didn't sound great.
It wasn't. Well, it was average. It was nothing special. We then had a singles match. We had Maki Ito against Kylie Alexa.
2 3/4.
He's tied it up.
What?
You tied it up. It's typical.
Oh, he's going to retain his crown. Well, either way, we're still winning the Thought League series.
Tiebreaker. Singles match. Matt Cardona against Mike Bailey.
It's got Mike Bailey in, but Matt Cardona can either be really shit or have a good match in him. 2.5. I'm going to go with the shit side of him.
Okay. 3 4.
He did alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got 13 more matches to get through.
Unlucky for some.
We have Jordan Oliver against Masha Samovich,
3 1/4.
and he's won it. Alright, now it's the question of how much I won by. We move on to Mike Jackson against Santana Jackson.
Who cares? 5 star. Let me do this properly. Mike Jackson, you hate because he's old. I don't know much about Santana Jackson. 2.5.
2.
Old tact.
It's just not enjoyable for me, that's all.
Because he's old.
Caleb
in the ground.
Jesus Christ, I did say that. Caleb Connolly against Richard Holiday.
2.5.
Yes. We had a 6-man tag. We had George South and the Mortons, Kerry Morton and Ricky Morton, against the Insane Clown Bussy, Ali Catch, Effie, and Violet J.
3 stars. Put 4 up. 3 stars.
2 3/4. It was actually a really fun gimmick, though. Very fun gimmick. It was. All 3 had like the face paint of Violet J.
Good.
It's just nostalgia for me because I watched back wrestling when I was younger, so like all the Juggalo wrestling and all that. But GCW World Title on the line. Blake Christian defends against Billy Starks.
4.
3.5. And your main event was the hardcore match between Joey Janela and Mads Warner.
3 1/4.
3.25.
Blame DDT Pro Wrestling. I'd have another show for you.
And the final show we're covering on this edition of the Stravaganza is November 30th. So quite fitting. Very last day of November. Wrestling Open 100. So we kick things off with the Eliminator Cup Tag Team Championships. We had Brick City, Julio Cruz and Victor Chase, champions, defending against the Love Doctors, which is Landon Hale and Love Doug.
Fantastic. 2.5.
3. We had I believe it was the beginning of the American Grand Prix Block A match. Kennedy Copeland against Masha Samovich.
2 3/4.
Yes. We had the Shook Crew, Bobby Orlando and Bryce Donovan, teamed with the victorious BRG against the Stetson Ranch, which is Danny Miles, Hammer Tunis, and Steven Stetson.
3.
2 3/4. We had an open door war match. We had Desmond Cole, Mark Mathers, Gabriel Sky, RJ Rude, TJ Crawford, Tyree Taylor, and Max Caster.
It would be rude not to say 3 1/4.
And you're being correct. It was 3.5. I've never said that's a very unique concept, by the way, that the elimination pretty much put people through a door to eliminate them.
Yeah, it pretty much sounded like it was going to be that.
I've never seen that before, so that was brand new to me.
It's a tables match.
Yeah, pretty much, but with doors. We had a match for the IWTV Independent Wrestling World Title. Champion Alec Price defending against Joe Ocasio.
3 1/4.
Yes. We had a match for the IWTV Independent Wrestling Tag Team Championships Chairs Are Legal match. Miracle Generation, Dustin Mauler and Kylon King defended against Swipe Right, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes.
3 1/2.
Yes.
3 ain't enough and I need 6.
And your main event was for the Wrestling Open Championship between champion Ichiban and challenger Brad Hollister.
Ichiban, Brad Hollister, 3 1/4 stars.
3.25.
Yeah.
4.25.
It was a good match. Good
Very
for Brad
good match.
Hollister.
Yeah. And that is me done.
Yes. That is you done.
And I have been done.
Not once. not twice. 3 times a lady that he doesn't like. Anyway, that's the end of the Indie-Stravaganza. The scores on the doors. DP with 21. Your boy Rate with 27. You did watch 3 more matches than me as well this one. You might have fucking won. We're getting silly if we go to that point.
Basically, also is I was screwed.
Yeah, so what it is you're just not good, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And also, you gave me the when you watch 25 GCW shows, eventually I'm going to work out the equations of what's what.
I probably got to limit my GCW watching from now.
Anyway, anyone that thinks I'm cheating, my ratings are on the website, so you can always check my ratings. Luckily, DP doesn't check my ratings because he's a good boy. So as usual, like and subscribe. We've got previews coming up with Wrestling in Hinkley for the first time ever. That's probably gone by now, so it's probably a review. But either way, I'm plugging it now. The review of Kamikaze's up. Probably the preview's already up. What else am I doing? BCCW review will be up. I might have spoke to Jack Bennett at some point. DP's got something with TK Cooper coming up for Christmas.
Yep.
Showdown's back. DP won. The first episode of Showdown.
No, one. I won.
No. Because 95% of the questions are wrong, so we don't know technically who won that.
It was me.
No one won that, but you won it technically, judging by the answers of the quiz. Shawn Michaels, the first ever 2-time Royal Rumble winner.
Yep.
Who was the first? I think I bring this up in every video. It's my favourite one. When Yokozuna won the title, was he the youngest ever champion? I said true. The answer was Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was the youngest ever champion when Yokozuna won the title.
In 1993.
What do you mean? So don't blame Frozzy on that one. We had a record. Well, blame Frozzy's laptop. We had a good quiz and the recording went bad, and then we had to film another quiz, and it was a makeshift quiz he found online, which was awful. And Alex Connors slated the shit out of it. Also, we've got an Alex Connors quiz coming up that he's made himself, which will be coming up. I'm guessing we're going to do it for Christmas week because it'll be nice and Christmas. Not the actual quiz. It'll just be nice to have something to change.
Yeah, true.
I've plugged a lot here, DP. Is there anything else to plug?
No, not really. Other than Show Squared, but that's not important, so.
Yeah. Podcast is never coming back. But the rewards are coming back. We'll have the awards show out on January 1st, because that should be when it's out, because it was out last year, so I'm trying to mark it. So January 1st is a Monday, and I'm off because it's New Year, so yeah, we'll get it out.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
We are the champions.
We're professional here.
We keep on fighting to the end. Why are you still recording? We are the champions. We are the champions. You're still recording, and we are the champions. No, I am the champion of the world.
Goodbye.
Good night, everybody. Oh, yeah.